So it happened about 15 years ago when my grandfather passed away, and I had to attend his cremation and elaborate Hindu ceremonies. Instead of talking to him as a child, my parents said I often talked to him. When my grandfather passed away, I didn't know much about him and was unsure about the family's respect for him. While following my mother to visit my uncle's house, I sneaked behind her and observed the rituals. The ceremony lasted, with people leading the body through a bamboo and wood structure, continually chanting, and I stayed behind. The cemetery was huge and unknown to me, filled with rows of monuments. I realized I was being watched and panicked. Then, I saw a community pond and a bathing area, where I saw my family in the distance. I ran towards them, but my voice was inaudible. In the darkness, I heard footsteps, and I believed someone behind me, reaching out to grab me. I fainted and remember being picked up by an ant. It was about 4 years ago. It wasn't the first paranormal occurrence to happen, just the one that scared me the most. One night, my 2.5-year-old son woke my husband and I up when he crawled into our bed. I couldn't fall back asleep, so I decided to work on a project in my craft room. I was in there for about 45 minutes when the small monitor to the nanny cams started rapidly flickering on and off. Mind you, these were not motion-censored cams. Only continuous feed the cams are in the living room and our son's room. I went over to the monitor and picked it up. It all of a sudden made this loud ear-piercing sound like a mic feedback. It startled me and I dropped the monitor face down. I noticed the glow around the edges had stopped flickering. I picked up the monitor and turned to look at the screen. I saw my son standing as still as a statue in the middle of the living room staring at the wall. I started for the door with the monitor still in my hand. When I glanced down again, my son's head turned only the head, and his eyes went directly to the camera in the upper corner of the room. He had no expression on his face at all. I left the room and went through the small kitchen and dining room, rounded the corner to the living room, and it was empty. The door to our bedroom was on the other side. I went in there, and my son was sound asleep in the same position he was in when I left. My husband looked up from his eretor. I asked him if he had woken up and went to the living. He told me no. I asked if my husband had gotten up to go to the bathroom or kitchen, thinking maybe he just didn't see our son try to follow him. But husband swears he hasn't left the bed at all, and our son has been peacefully snoring away the whole time. This was different. It wasn't just a glimpse. Above all, it was the look on my son's face, that empty void stare.